Hey there YouTube, I'm Ikitsu, this is the Ikitsu Times. Welcome to my channel, welcome to a little bit of Age of Wonders Planetfall yet again. So yeah, we're up in a pretty tough looking defense in a certain sense here. We have got ourselves a pretty big enemy stack here of relatively upgraded troops that have some interesting stuff going for them here, including some fire-based attacks that might have a good time attacking our little plant here. But the nice thing about this guy is that he can regenerate his own health by going into regeneration stance. We're going to put him up here and go into this defense mode there. We've got a couple of these light bringers. Now, unfortunately, they don't have the healing ability right now, but hopefully we'll be able to do something about all this. Over here we've got stuff like nano injectors and the regenerative dermal plates on our commander here, so he'll be able to heal himself a lot of hit points there. Our troopers as well should be able to heal themselves up quite nicely. So what we want to ideally do here is wait until they're a little bit closer and use defensive stances to get them to try and come a bit closer there. I am going to want to get ready to sort of move in a flanking sort of way with our bike, because this guy wants to go sort of pretty deep against them. Pretty much. Let's go ahead and use defensive stances for these fellows here. They have got some stagger resistance as well, so they can kind of get along okay here. I don't want to be too clumped up, but this isn't too bad, so generally speaking they'll be able to hit 2 units at a time there. This should be relatively safe. And we should be able to get our stuff from our operations in a second here. So the nice thing here is that these Transcendents here, we should have a real easy time actually getting to them, unlike in normal circumstances. We should be able to pretty easily get them by like turn 3 or whatever. We're going to try and cancel these guys' shot here, because I don't want them firing this turn. But we won't be able to do too much damage to one of them, so that's kind of fine. Over here we can get to a spot where we can fire away at one of them, but it's going to be tricky getting a good shot with this guy. So that's a bit of an issue. We have got the ability to fire at these guys already here. They've got reactive shielding though, so that's a bit of an issue. Now the question is, do I want to go dive in against these guys this turn? And that's a bit of a tricky question. Now, what we can do here is essentially just jump over with the jetpack, and then we can go ahead and dive in further using our assault dash. So that would all be really, really powerful. And we could do the same to this guy over here. Don't remember if this needs line of sight, but I think we can get him from over here, maybe. I think we'll try this. This might be a bit risky, but okay. Kind of want to head this way for it. Resisted the stagger and the soul burn. He might actually have stagger resistance mods on here. I just wasn't paying attention to that. Yeah, he's got the Tenets of Tranquility, so he is capable of resisting staggers. So that's going to make it actually really tricky for me, since I can't stagger these guys out of their defense stance. But in any event, let's go ahead and do this here. Critical hit does mean that that guy was staggered properly. This fella here, we don't need to worry about him just yet. What we're going to do is drop ourselves a Valkyrie right in the midst of these guys. It's going to cancel their Overwatch stances, get us a little bit of that terrain destroyed there. And that's going to get us the ability to fly this guy straight in and start firing away at these guys a bit. I kind of want to get this guy staggered, so let's potentially do that. He's still got the shield though, so I'm going to hit this guy instead. Alright, that did some nice damage. Did push him out of range of our shots here though, but should be okay. Now I can run up and use Noxious Pollen here, especially since they've lost their sort of Overwatch stuff. It'll get this guy pretty likely to cause poisoning and allergic reaction and all that other good stuff here, so let's dump that down. Nice critical hit there. It's been afflicted with poison and all that other jazz, so we can definitely take advantage of that. Can drop this. The blinded is going to make both these units quite a bit weaker. The absorb pain, of course, still applied there, but it's not a huge deal. Alright, Shield of Remorse is sort of doing its job against us here, but that's fine. Okay, this guy's going to be moving forward. I want him to use his nanite injectors. So we'll go ahead and do that. We'll move up to here, and we'll try and get rid of this guy. Yeah, the odds of that were never going to be like super high about instantly killing him, but It worked out okay. Got a chemical maceration here. We resisted it with one of them. The other one got slowed. But still going to be a bit of an annoying thing here. He's going to use his snapshot. It's going to deal some damage. Triggers Overwatch and dies. This guy triggers Overwatch and gets hit. They're just going to psionic mending each other, probably. Get punched again. Good. Oh, they're good. They're going for our Valkyrie here, which is pretty typical, actually. They'll probably fire a snapshot at our Valkyrie. Nope, probably going to be against our plant, actually. Huh, that was really weird, actually, the choice that they made. Alright. Let's keep the pressure on these guys. Can I flank here? Yes, I can. I can also flank here. I kind of want to hit this guy instead. Since we can. I can also potentially... Those guys disabled from attacking. Our Valkyrie can't attack. Right, so what I could do is actually get up to here. We'd want to move up first. What I want to figure out is where I could land a shot that's going to hit these guys and not hit too many of my own guys here. Unfortunately, I think I've moved in such a way that I'm going to definitely hit some of my own guys here. I could try to just hit these two, I think. I hate trying to, like, aim this stupid thing. So the way it works is one tile in a direction, and then it spreads out from there in a wild and wonky way here. So if I hit here, for example, I'd hit my own dude. If I hit here, I'd hit my own dude. If I hit, went from here, I could hit these two and this guy. That might be okay. Or I could just run up and do normal type attacks here. Well, let's see what else we can manage here. Got the slowdown on this fella, so I can't really get up there in the way I would want to. I could use Pheromone Spray on somebody, though. I can't actually hit anyone because I'm slowed. I can't move up and do it, so that's not going to work here. Alright, let's see what we can manage first. That's weird. Okay, so I can hit this fellow 20%, but this one's only 7% because of the cover, I'm assuming. I might just want to move up, but... quite careful and methodical with the way I do stuff in this game, which is, you know, not necessarily a bad thing, but... Wow, that was pretty bad. Alright. The reason we're doing that is just we're going for shots that we can take here, not necessarily the best shots that we have. Or they're the best shots that we have, it's just they're not the best shots in the world here. Okay, so... I have got the ability to teleport up to, like, here. That would hit these three, I think. And we'd hit our own dude as well. I think we go for it. I think that ultimately is going to be more damage against them here. Gets them staggered in some instances as well, so... yeah, so we did a decent amount of damage there. We're also potentially going to want to deploy another thing here, but I could also just use Cleansing Lights. Like for a nice bit of healing on one of these guys here. Do that. It's pretty limited in terms of like cost and stuff like that, so feels pretty effective. Cost effective, rather. Oh, this guy's on fire. He's trying to also do other things to this thing. Ouch. Okay, this guy's probably dead.
Unit lost.
That's fine, though. This is one of the ones where, technically speaking, the AI looks like they've got a pretty big advantage, so I just want to get out of this alive.
Unit killed in action.
That doesn't count as a real unit. Fantastic. How come this guy didn't get his Overwatch attack there? Right, well, in any event, let's just do this again. Or I could pop Nanite Injector. I can use the Regenerative Dermal Patch, actually. Alright, Commander downed. Punch, punch, punch. Alright. And over here. Alright, I kind of want to get around behind this guy. The reason is that flanking him is a bit more important than it is for normal. And we can't really take this guy out in the normal way right now anyhow, so
Enemy
killed that
down.
thing. Fantastic. I could try to do this. Target cannot be affected. I think he's a cyborg, so I think he's got the wrong type for that. You could just defend here, actually. The reason is that we'll be healing, and even though he's going to be able to deal a bunch of damage to us... Oh, actually he ran around and did this. Okay, well, fine. Alright, so I should be able to get a kill here.
Enemy down.
This guy, I can get over to here, use this nanite injector, and we just have to land the stagger against this guy. It looks like we can, so... Okay, now that we've done that, this guy can freely use his nanite injectors. Make sure our next shot is flanking. I think we do more damage by attacking with this as our next flanking hit here, so we'll do that. There we go. Alright, so...
They never stood a chance.
Battle that was supposed to be quite hard, we managed to get through. We only spent 4 of our operation points, so that's not too bad. Sure, whatever. More importantly, though, I do want to try and get up to that stupid place. I just need to get a couple more units for that. Let's get another one of these guys. I would love to get enough influence so that I could deal with that, but... Could try to head these guys up to Dunmore Crags here to get that taken out by them. But I do have to worry a little bit about the time periods here, so... How many sectors do I have to capture off of them? I need to capture 4? What the hell? Might as well just have this guy stay here just in case they send like a scout, I guess, or something like that, but not really much I can do about that. Let's go ahead and get another point of... I don't really care right now. Yeah, I don't really care right now. Cool. Great. What other things can we build, though? This place... I think that we can kind of build decent units out of here, so let's get another of these troopers. Let's move this thing out of here. Like that. Toventon, I don't think has any real reason to be building troops right now. Let's get the agricultural export center built here. I guess I send these guys up to like these stacks here. Never gonna have like a full flying stack or anything like that with the way things are going here. Sort of running lower on time at this point, but I'm gonna just get another trooper over here, even though it's not gonna have any good bonuses, but it's better than not having it. This is actually practically finishing this guy in one turn, so next turn I should have a bunch of spillover production, and you can use that spillover production to build like 2 units at a time, so that helps a bit. Over here, what were you guys doing? I think we're heading you guys down to West right here. You guys, I kind of need you to sort of, kind of want to have these guys retreat back a bit. I think that would make sense for now. Just make sure they don't get caught out in the open or anything like that and killed. Alright, you guys need to sit still for a second here. I need to get some reinforcements out to them. And I would really love for that to be another of the teacher things, the Ascended Teachers. Because they are very powerful. Tense pacifism we've gotten here. I don't really care that much about it. What we're really looking to get here is repercussion, and even then I don't really need it. Yeah, these are long walks. It's long journeys. Okay. With this stuff we might be able to take out Lumquara, which is not their biggest city or anything like that, so it shouldn't be as hard to take out. So this should be an auto-resolve. Looks an awful lot like an auto-resolve, yep. Alright. And you guys need to head up to this one next. Alright. And I don't really need any of these abilities just yet here. I should probably add some mods to this stupid commander here. Let's take Dig In. I've not upgraded, like, at all here. Right, well, it's probably fine. Throw on, like, Mark of the Dark Sun or something like that, or the Shield of Remorse probably would be good here. Could throw on a jetpack, but I don't really feel like I want to. Could go with Tenets of Healing, make this a bit more of a supporty type general, but I don't really think I need to. What I'm going to do in this case is go just with the... Let's confirm this loadout here. Let's go ahead and actually give you the Reaper Sniper, potentially, instead of the laser rifle. Or I could give you the regular assault rifle. This thing would make it so that I could add in some better ammunition or some rail accelerators or something like that, so let's just do that. Alright. Can't believe I've gone that long without having an upgraded weapon for my commander. Alright. Down here, things are looking actually pretty well. We could have this guy start pushing north up towards, like, our other stacks here. They've got a lot of territory here. These guys. I don't know. Anyway, you guys, let's head you down to here if we can. You're gonna have to use the teleporter, that's perfectly fine. Oops, these guys probably should have gone that direction. I want the good unit that direction, though. Here in Gorenbur, though, we should be able to get, like, a unit done for free, and then potentially get, like, another unit done really quickly. And that looks like that's the case. Alright, cool. Down here, we need to get... Let's get more units. Over here, more military infrastructure, just in case we get counterattacked. And Toventon can grab another sector here. Energy, pretty good there. Alright. Just have to capture one more sector at this point in time, so I can cancel their victory timer by walking over like one little thing here. There's some dudes down here. Great. Well, I'm gonna have to move these guys down to like here, I guess. And I'm gonna have to produce some more units again. Can do another one instantly and another one next turn. So that's all fantastic. We're gonna get you guys up to here as well. Get you up to there as well. Just have to be able to retake these places as they sort of get taken. I'm gonna have you generate energy for a turn or two. I need to start saving up Cosmite a little bit, so I have to stop getting really powerful units. But that's fine. Because they're sort of moving units to try and recapture territory, it gives me a slightly easier time to capture these settlements. So this isn't too bad. Stack's still doing just fine. And that did cancel their timer, so they're going to have to recapture their stuff before they can even start working on anything else. Steady aim, I think. No reason not to. Alright, you guys. Alright, have they improved this stack at all, I wonder? It looks like they have. Got some top tier Paragon stuff there. Bit unfortunate, but we should still be able to take that out with what we got here. The Quartzite Bash was pretty scary. These guys with the upgrades that they have are actually pretty strong. Should especially be able to take out like this Engulfer, I'd imagine. We've got 2,268 attack power versus what they have, so this should be pretty easy. All we lost was this guy's vehicle, so all I have to do is rebuy his vehicle. Let's go in here and or her, I guess. Okay, fine. Buy that bike. Should probably also buy you some goddamn upgrades, but this is fine for now. That did cost us some more of the other stuff there. Absorb that. Left the final stage again.
Operations available for priming.
It's probably going to keep happening to him. And I would love it if that would keep happening to him. Anyway, you guys... just going to keep executing the auto moves here. I don't really remember what the hell these guys were up to, so... Okay. Now you fellas, let's head down to West Rig here. Is there a colonizer on there? Looks like there's a colonizer on that, which is a bit of a weird choice, but okay. Let's move these guys up towards the quest as well, because I would love to get our what's it called a little bit faster. But I think at this point in time we're mostly looking at, I can't even tell what's left for them, if I'm totally honest with you. A lot of the stuff is showing up as theirs, but it's not really, it's actually ours. Maybe I should move these guys back down towards here because they're going to try and recapture. Yeah, let's move these guys back down to get ready to recapture stuff. This is actually a really weird looking stack here. Some Lightbringers. Devar Lightbringers for some reason. I guess they must have stomped over the Devar. I was not really paying attention to what sort of cities I'm taking here. Alright. Can I reach here actually? No. Okay, down here, we need to head you out that way. Oh yeah, no, now I remember why that's the way it is. Okay, you guys, let's go ahead and generate some... Let's maybe generate some knowledge, actually. Not mind that. Alright. So at this point in time, I'm expecting him to retake some of his cities here, which is going to be annoying, but we should be able to deal with it. Just by sending back some stacks here. Doesn't have to be that many of them. Even if he does capture a bunch of them back, there's no way he's catching back up at this point in time. The AI is just too, I think, sort of spread out in terms of what they've managed. Call Hive. That should be fine. Okay. Should be able to auto-resolve this without incident. And I can indeed. I think I actually have more health than when I started. Alright. We'll absorb that colony. Alright, and I need more operations so I can actually get subjugation stuff in play here. Alright, and I want this guy heading towards actually this stack here if I can. And you guys also towards the stack. Sort of make that stack as we go, I guess. Whatever you were doing is fine. And you guys head on up to here. We should be able to take that out this turn. Oh, there's actually an enemy stack kind of near us here. They'll probably go after the city though, so it should be okay. Alright, that looks like that was fine.
Objective completed.
Get the Mephitis, which is a pretty good gun, actually. Wouldn't mind throwing that on somebody, but don't have anyone who needs it right now. Commander here could potentially take it, but I did just add the assault rifle to them, so... kind of want to destroy that just to get it out of the way, but I think we're going to move you out this way to Ikaneta, since they've abandoned it. And we're going to start moving these guys up to sort of support these pushes elsewhere, since I don't think there's too much left behind us here. You guys... Yeah, that's sort of locked down, I think. Let's head back up to here for a quick moment, essentially, and try and make sure that we're not going to get sort of flanked here. And over here, I need these Cosmite growth chambers. I need a lot of things. Alright. So we've got enough now that I can go ahead and do True Ascendancy again. So we're going to. Alright. Nope. Yep, this is what I was a bit worried about. I knew that they had some stacks nearby. We're actually pretty near them. It's considered risky, but we can try the auto-resolve, see what happens. guy lost his bike again, but we also lost a fanatic and a pug. That's fine. Take all that stuff, and I'm actually gonna head you guys back over to here because they've lost enough troops that I think I want to wait till they've sort of regained some of their composure. So our next couple of waves of troops here out of Gorenburg, whenever we actually get around to that, we'll probably send up to these guys, and I can also drop our
Operations prime and ready.
teacher on these guys, so I think that that's going to be a good addition to these guys here. Alright, you guys head up here. Auto-combat that. Yeah, absorbing all this stuff is going to take for bloody ever, but it's pretty much fine. Let's grab modular extension on this fella. Alright, so this gives them another extra one of these things I can now throw in, like, say, structure integrity, which would be terrible. Camouflage would be pretty interesting, but not necessarily good. I'm not even sure if it actually works against the AI, but what I kind of want to throw on this guy is something like the Mark of the Dark Sun or something like that, so we could start rolling straight through the enemy, just punching everything to death really, really hard. Alright, close quarter specialist again, and that should be it. Alright. So, next up we got this stack, or these dudes here. Could have thrown that, whatever it's called, on top of those guys, but I think we can actually still beat them here. Because I don't think that they count as dug in yet. Oh, they do. They actually have their... Alright, fine. Wait one more turn for that, then. That should be okay. What's going on with this place? Oops, should have stood on this. Oh well. Get around to it next turn, I suppose. Alright, you guys, we're heading down towards that stack there. Do they have another city down here? I might just actually march these guys towards Leninsk, because I think they can take it. Let's also have you along with them for the ride there. You guys can head up towards this way. This should be near their capital. So they probably are going to start freaking out about all this pretty soon, I'd imagine. You can actually head this guy up towards that, because these two can sort of join up and deal with that instead of me dealing with it with other stacks there. Yeah, I don't know. Something like that should be fine. Over here, let's go ahead and grab a recreational dome. We are starting to get some of these things incorporated into our whatever, which is nice. See here, these guys are at the desperation point, it looks like, because they're just throwing units at me no matter what. Threw it into the bubble space telescope there. Got some, got the ability to get Amazons now, which is kind of funny. She's level 10, which makes her, I think, the actually highest level character we've got, which is kind of also funny. Okay, so that's for heroes. That doesn't help us at all. Doesn't help us much here. Well, no, biological expert can help us here. Let's take that here. Dimensional feedback's really good. Shield modulator, ranger training. Don't need that. Renewal. Don't need that. Visual acuity. Don't really need that. Warcry. Don't really need that. Steady aim is good though. Modular extension. Could go with Deadeye. Actually, this sort of is a melee sort of character here. Let's go with close quarters and stuff like that as what this character is going to be doing instead. Go with infantry commander as well anyway. Still got 13 bloody points here. Tons of things I can throw on, but I'm not going to worry about any of that just yet. In fact, I'm not entirely sure why I'm even worrying about all this. Alright, let's start heading you down there. Let's start heading all of these guys down here. Alright, so we should be able to actually just auto-combat this one as well. Yep. Pretty easily. You can tell that this guy had to retreat during the fight here because of the way that it's lost all its movement points and is further back from everyone else. So that's always an interesting thing to take notice of. Alright, that place looks like we should have an easy time taking it out. Let's head up towards here with you guys. And you guys make sure to follow along. Alright, you guys start catching up with our commander here. And we want to start heading these stacks out to their general. Do it, I dare ya. Alright. Down in our capital here, we could get the Cosmic Growth Chambers. I kind of don't care that much, but... Still never got this one. All this does is it makes it so that they get an extra 2 units, which doesn't really matter all that much since we're getting cap rank anyhow. But, actually no we're not. Let's get that. Sure, why not? Because we have the Cosmic Growth at capital level, I forgot about that. Alright, over here, Recreational Dome, that, just so I don't have to think about them. That. There we go. Not having to think for the next little while here. Ha, they did it. I dared them to, and they did it. Alright. This last sort of part of the push is taking a lot longer than I would have thought it would have. Okay, they're all dead. Good. Take 10 turns to absorb that. Fantastic. By the time I've actually got the tech that lets me take over cities a little bit faster, I might have taken over the entire map, basically. Alright, let's get you guys stand over here for now. Oh, their capital's not defended. Alright, there we go.
A victor stands proud upon the ruins of his enemies.
So what's really weird is that this is turn 56, and I usually beat the,
When the dust settles,
I usually beat normal or very, very fast on around the same amount of time. So the amount of time that this took me is the same as the amount of time it takes me to beat a very fast campaign, which makes no goddamn sense. Alright, let's check how things went. So here's me, I'm this yellow line here. As you can see, the AI is always going to outproduce me and just be much higher in terms of like how effective they are. But the thing is that the AI doesn't use their resources as efficiently as a person is capable of, so the total capability is a bit of a lie. Total score there, yeah, we were actually behind them to the very end there, which makes no sense whatsoever. In terms of might, you can see that as soon as anybody started fighting me, you can sort of actually tell where they start fighting me, and they just immediately crash. Total Unity, I don't actually know what Unity does. Total Development, this is where, like, I actually usually keep relatively okay pace with the AI. Like, obviously they're gonna beat me, but I usually actually do kind of okay there. Anyway, that is our game. Interesting that it took the amount of time it did. That is kind of strange, but yeah, generally speaking, that's how a lot of my games actually kind of go. So anyway, I hope you found this enjoyable, and of course, as always, hope to see you guys all next time.